Hi, my name's Scott. I do a little photography and I often shoot kids. So I thought it'd be fun to talk about a few things I've found make it easier to take good photos of children. And the very first thing I could think of was
make it fun!
Because with kids, if you tell them to sit and be quiet and smile, you're going to get a picture that makes it look like you told them to sit and be still and smile. So if they're your kids, you got to take off the parent hat and put on the we're going to have some fun hat. Make it fun, and as much as you okay, maybe not that much fun.
Get up close!
It's important to get up close because it's more dramatic and you can see facial expressions, and facial expressions are usually make for great photos. So give it a try. Maybe not that close.
Okay. Master the rule of thirds.
The next tip is master the rule of thirds. Now the rule of thirds is if you imagine a tic-tac-toe board on your photo, you want to put something of interest where the lines intersect. The rule of thirds is cool because it draws interest to your eye. It's a little asymmetrical. This is the rule of thirds. He's 1/3 the size of a normal human. Nobody really understands the theory behind it. It just makes for more appealing photos. Oh!
Find the light!
What was it? Find the light. Very important
That's where
concept,
the light is.
because all of photography has to do with light. So, drag your kid outside or drag them near a big window, but the more light, the better, typically. And a lot of problems that parents have has to do with shooting in very low light, so they get a lot of blur or just dingy kind of images. So, find the light. One of the tricks I like to use,
Please don't use me.
all you have to do is hold up a small child,
No.
and then when you move them around, see what the light does on their face. See how much better he looks right there than right here? So just move around the room. Keep an eye on what your light source is. Why is that in every tip?
Find the light.
Hey, guess which kid I'm gonna beat first? This one.
Oh God! Get ready to move!
So our next little pointer is get ready to...
Move.
Exactly. Get ready to move means that if you want your kid to sit there and smile, they're not gonna do it. But if you let them run wild, you might get some good shots.
Get ready to move! Click before you should and after.
So our next pointer is
Boobies.
boobies. No, our next pointer is one that I forgot. Oh.
Boobies!
Click before and after you think you should.
Boobies!
Oh, boy, a lot of boobies. Because a lot of times,
Kids show their
the best pictures
boobies!
are right before and right after you think are the best picture. So, an example would be, before I tell Luke to do anything.
Boobies!
You guys. Before I tell Brandon to do anything, I take a picture, like this, and then immediately after, I also take a picture, because a lot of times people tense up when you're taking their picture, and then right after, they relax, and that's sometimes the best picture. I won't have an example of that, unfortunately, because there's nothing but trouble here. But believe me, it works. So
But
shoot a
believe
little
me,
before and a
have
little
some
after.
boobies! Boob, boob.
What is the matter?
Boobies, boobies, boob, boob, boob. Boobies!
I hope you found some of these tips useful. It's unlikely, but it is possible. I had a lot more that I'd love to share, but honestly, I'm exhausted, and it's quite possible I'm experiencing some internal bleeding. So that's all for now, and I assume it goes without saying, boobies.
My uncle is the greatest photographer in the world.
And you didn't pay me any money to say this.
And he didn't pay me any money to say this.